Hi there. So we have added this really exciting pop-up feature inside FlexiFunnels. So the way you can go ahead and do it and use it, right? So click on the settings and click on the pop-up tab right over here. And you can click on add new pop-up, right? So I'm creating the first ever pop-up on this page. Give it a name, right? So now you can the best thing that we have done is inside this pop-up window, we have given you the free-flowing editor. So basically, you can go ahead and create any type of pop-up that you like and, you are good to go. For example, you want to add a headline over here. Let's say, large headline. You can do any kind of setting over here. For example, you want to add a video, right? Right inside over here, probably you want to add let's say, a call to action button, right? Then, for example, you want to play around with let's say, the settings over here. You want to change with the background color and stuff, for example, right? You can do that. Let's make it a bit more colorful. That's bad, but I mean, I'm not the best of the designer, right? So, not my cup of tea. Anyways, let's keep it like that. Play around with the settings over here, right? Add this stuff over here. You can take it even further if you want to. I mean, not that you would like it, but again, just that you want to have a big pop-up. You can do that, right? And keep on adding and playing around with the settings, and everything is gonna work just like it is inside the FlexiFunnel editor, right? You can make any kind of pop-up. For example, by the way, we have created some good pop-ups for you already. So, it's going to be there inside the templates, like this, or let's say this, maybe this, right? So it's all going to be inside the set of templates. You can go ahead and use them, right? So as I said, I'm not the best designer, right? So the team has done a fantastic job. But let's look at the settings over here, right? So let's suppose if I go there and if I click on edit, so sorry, if I click on this, so, I can play around with the settings. So where do I want the pop-up to appear? In the middle or at the top, right? Let's keep it in the middle. For example, do I want the close icon inside the pop-up or not? So, I can disable it. You will see the close icon has disappeared, or I want to enable it, you will see that it has come back, right? Let's suppose, is it allowed for the users to click anywhere in the background and the pop-up should, disappear like that? Or you only just want when the users are going to click on this cross icon, only then the pop-up should be, disappearing. So let's suppose I want to close this icon. I don't want to show this icon, and I am enabling close, click background to close. So if I will click outside also, the pop-up is gonna close, okay? Now, the next thing is, do I want the pop-up to appear as soon as the page loads, right? So I can do that. So if I click over here, right, I can play around with the background overlay settings, for what kind of background I want when the pop-up comes. So let's suppose when the pop-up comes, I want the background to be like this, Let's suppose I want to make it like this, so that the entire focus is on the background, and even I can go ahead and change the back, the size of the pop-up. So that's something that I can do. Let's have a look at how the pop-up is looking in the page, and let's have a look whether the settings are working or not, and then I will show you some more stuff, okay? If I talk about the more stuff, basically, you can enable the pop-up to be loaded as per the page click, as per, let's say, I need to say the button click, right? And even the image, we have that option, so I'm just gonna show you that. So yeah, let's refresh the page, and you will see the first thing that is coming on this page along with the background overlay is this pop-up. And if I click outside, I'm there in the page. At the same time, I can play with settings. I can disable this, click background to close. I can enable the close icon over here, right? I can disable this page on load, for example. And now what I want is, I want this pop-up to only open when, somebody is clicking on my button. So for example, okay, let's click on this button, okay? And in the button settings, in the action settings, let's suppose I want to open the pop-up, right? So I have one pop-up over here, right? But I can add more pop-ups on the page, by the way. I can add, I add new pop-up. I can add more pop-ups. So now, on the click of this button, the pop-up is gonna appear, right? So, get instant access. Let's also have the pop-up in this. Those of you who have seen the training of designing, so you will understand the reason why I have two boxes over here, right? So it's there inside the FlexiFunnel training dashboard. Let me click on the publish button once again. And let me go to the published URL. Alright, this is not the one we are looking for. So let me refresh the page, and let's say I want to click on this, right? So now I have the pop-up like over here, right? Even on this, so the page is not yet published over here, right? So if I will refresh the page now, so even on this particular button, I have the pop-up right over here, right? So basically, that's how you can, play around with the pop-up settings. At the same time, what you can also do is you can enable the pop-up as per an image. So for example, let's make this image clickable. Alright, so you can even do things like that. So scroll to section, open URL, open pop-up. So select a pop-up, SB1, right? So on the JVZoo image, now we have added the pop-up, right? So let's have a look. So this one, okay, this one. Let's wait for the page to get published, and then we are gonna see the pop-up on the click of this particular button. Alright. So you can add the pop-up on the image click, you can add the pop-up on the button click, or you can add the pop-up just like that, right? Let me refresh the page for the changes to appear. Alright, and let's click on this image, right? You won't see this happening if I click on these images. But if I click on this image, you will see the pop-up, right? So that's how amazing we have made the pop-up settings, and you can make any kind of pop-up just like I said, right? That's a really nice looking pop-up. So yeah, go ahead and use it. Alright.